example 1 there. Yeah.
People that are left-handed are really at a disadvantage for this one.
They just call it right hand. Not the right hands are better or worse. Okay, don't think of it that way. Okay, but think of it like, or if you're using the same thing with using a wrench. Okay, the same thing. Think of tightening and loosening. It's the same actions apply. Okay, so it works the same way. Okay. What's that?
I never get that right.
Oh, Max. You have something to learn this unit then. Okay. Here we go. Example 1. We're going to say if magnitude of lost my marker. We're going to say if magnitude of u equals 8 and magnitude of v equals 5 and theta is 30 degrees, find now one thing I didn't make a big stink about, but I'm going to now. This is actually a vector is the answer, okay, which is sort of neat. I'm combining two vectors by multiplying, and the result is actually going to be a vector. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw vector u, which is going to look something like this. There's vector v, and we're rotating sort of like this. That's what I'm saying, okay? So there's two vectors and I'm rotating from u to v.
There's v cross u.
V, and we'll do that one next. V cross u is going to go the other way there.
Completely different.
So what are the ends happening?
Basically, that's going to tell you that, again, we're looking for, it's the direction of the vector. Because these two things are going to be, so if I have u and v, they're both flat here. N hat is either going to be like this towards you, or directly into the board.
If it's going counterclockwise, it's going out. If it's going clockwise, it's going in.
Yeah. So this looks a lot more, when we get to Cartesian, this works a lot better. Okay, right? But this is just, again, what you're doing on a flat paper. The problem is hard to do. Okay, so, Michael, did you want to summarize for that? Because that might be helpful for people. So you said clockwise is going
In. Like when you're taking the cap off a bottle, when you go counterclockwise, it goes off. When you're going clockwise, it goes back in. So if you're going to cheat on the test, you could bring a bottle of water.
Oh!
Well, then that's not really cheating, is it?
Michael.
I didn't know. I didn't think that.
Oh, Michael. We'll have to ban now for tests. This is ridiculous. Okay, so we're going to do this here. It's going to be magnitude u, magnitude v, sine theta, then n hat. Magnitude u happens to be 8, v happens to be 5, sine theta is 1/2, and then n hat. So this is going to be 20 n hat, and we're going to say for this one, the direction is which way? Which is the direction? Out of the page or into the page? Out of the page. Okay, if I were to do then v cross u, the only difference is going to be the vectors going in the opposite direction, or the rotation in the opposite direction.
How do we know which one's u and which one's v?
So I just drew them like that.
Okay.
Again, I'm just saying for v cross u, it's going to do in the opposite direction. What I will do on a test is I will give you a perfect diagram. If I were to do this to you, I'll give you a diagram for that. Okay. So it's going to be then magnitude v, magnitude u, sine theta n hat. So this is going to be 5 times 8 times sine 30 n hat, which should be 20 n hat for the direction is into the page. And again, think of it like turning a bottle. It's a good thing for that for sure. All right, I'll do a few general results, and then I will hopefully get to Cartesian. How much time we got? And we're not gonna make it up. I think what I'm gonna do a few general results, and then we'll do the area parallelogram, and then I will stop. I'll do Cartesian tomorrow. Cartesian makes a lot more sense, okay, because it's in the third dimension. All right, when you have your n hat, okay, the problem is when all of your vectors are on this flat plane, being the blackboard, in and out doesn't really do much for you, okay, right? But if you have vectors, two vectors in 3 space, it makes a little bit more direction as far as the sense of getting perpendicular to both. Are we okay on what's happened here so far today? Yes.
How do you know it's going around?
Again, it's based, again, that's just meant the way the direction goes. So think of the force, the way it's going to go here, based on,
So from U to V, it's going counterclockwise, right?
So
So
how do you
we're,
know which way to draw it?
I'll draw the
You
diagram.
just chose to draw it that
Yeah,
way.
I will draw the diagram for that, okay? Because there's not, you're right, because it could have been either way, it's hard to do, okay? So yes, I will make sure I draw the diagram for you on the test for this one, okay? All right, I'm going to pause the video, and then we're going to do our last example of the day. It looks like we only have time for.